Hello and welcome to Zee Commodity Capsule. It's been a mixed bag trade for global commodities across on Monday morning. But let's start with the precious metals because gold and silver are hovering close to multi-week to 2 to 3 week highs. In case of gold, we have seen it hovering close to 3-week high on Monday as the dollar fell after US Supreme Court struck down a vast swath of President Donald Trump's tariffs on Friday, and as US-Iran tensions simmered. US gold futures has edged up to trade very close to $5,200 an ounce, and the commodity has surged by nearly $200 in the span of 2 days. Now, dollar fell, trading close to the 98 mark as traders took US Supreme Court's decision to strike down most of Trump's tariff as supportive for global growth, though confusion and the risk of conflict in the Middle East kept moves relatively small. Having said so, mainland China market was closed for Lunar New Year holidays until 24th, which means low volumes and possibly volatile moves. Having said so, market currently expects 325 basis point rate cuts from Federal Reserve this year, and this is because US economic growth slowed more than expected in the fourth quarter, with government spending posting its biggest decline since 1972. Oil prices also shed 1% for both the major benchmarks, that is Brent and WTI crude, as US and Iran prepared for third round of nuclear talks, which has eased the fear of an escalating conflict, while President Donald Trump's fresh tariff hikes created uncertainty for global growth as well as fuel demand. Now, Brent crude prices are hovering close to $71 a barrel, while US WTI crude is trading close to $65 a barrel. LME copper, meanwhile, hit a more than 1 week high on Monday, is trading in a tight range, very close to $13,000 a ton, while the other base metals are hovering in a range as the dollar fell after US Supreme Court on Friday struck down a vast swath of tariffs imposed by US President Donald Trump. We have seen copper on LME holding in a very tight range between $12,500 to $13,000 a ton. Shanghai Futures Exchange is closed for Lunar New Year holiday. It will reopen tomorrow, that's on February 24th. Meanwhile, we have seen that copper stocks in LME approved warehouses rose by nearly 9,500 tons to 2,35,150 tons on Thursday, which happens to be its highest stock level since March 2025. And last but not the least, Malaysian palm oil, it has extended declines to a second session on Monday, tracking weakness in crude oil, while a stronger ringgit added pressure to the contract. Palm oil on Bursa Malaysia slipped to 4,070 and 4,090 ringgits a metric ton.